Fucking hell! Hello everyone, welcome in. My name is Kai Zammit. I'm a director, cinematographer and writer based in the south of the UK. And today in this video, thanks to your awesome recommendations, we're going to be checking out all the cinematic trailers to For Honor. I won't be checking out the hero trailers or the hero cinematics. They'll be coming up soon in another video. Today it'll be the core cinematics, that'll be the 3 or 4 that I've just found. And once I've given you my reaction on these cinematics, I'll then give you a filmmaker's breakdown on my favourite one. So let's go, shall we? Play the tapes. Okay, bit of blood. Gives me the tone of the video. Wow, I like the texture in the air. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's Vikings. I thought he was like in a Colosseum or something. Dude. Oh mate, that was a well called transition. I can't keep up with it. Oh, I like these match cuts. They've got really close focal length on it. I normally don't like that, but I like it with this. Mate, I'm loving the kinetic energy on this. Oh, I didn't like the way that kick was done on that match cut, but it was good. Needed a shake on it for impact. So we've got knights, Vikings and samurai. Oh, I really like the way they've tried to do it like a one camera motion. Fucking hell. I can see why you guys have been telling me to watch this. Mate, this is banging. My eyes are watering, it's so good. Okay, we've got the bridge of the video now. Wow, I love that knight's helmet. I love the fact they've tried to do it like a one take as well. Dude, he fucking locked his head off. Wow. Only that shot, then it started to look like a game. I'd have flipped my lid if I was a younger gamer seeing that. Almost flipped my lid then.
There were no signs.
Oh.
It came without warning.
Fucking hell, was that an earthquake? I love that first one. So good. Look at this gladiator colour palette they've got, yeah? It was very gold, wasn't it? Very heavenly. It's gone to shit now. Rip the saturation out of it. Black and white. Low key lighting, heavy contrast. Dude.
Came to us all.
What the fuck happened? Oh, was it like an earthquake across the world? Blimey, that's a big earthquake.
The desperate few struggled to survive.
Look at that little bit of green. They really heavily saturized it then compared to the rest of it. The fuck? Oh, he's marked his territory. Why is he there? So has she clicked her neck? This is like a Titan core. I love this shit.
Perhaps we had a chance for peace.
That wouldn't make a very good game now, though, would it?
Trust are seldom allies.
No. Viking fucked it up for everyone.
So began a millennium of conflict.
Oh wow, that was nice. But I say that voiceover is not the right time for it. Makes sense. Very clever with the with this time lapse.
1,000 years of war.
Dude, could you imagine that? Oh my god. Oh, she fucking butted him and backed him in the head. I'm loving the fighting on this choreography.
The
Oh!
greatest warriors the world has ever known. The reason they fight.
Eye-watering moment that was.
Lost to the ages.
Let's come back to the three of them again. Look at that. The shallow depth field.
And yet,
Oh.
here they still stand.
Oh, you've always got a bloody
searching
someone in the
for a
bush, haven't you?
sign of peace.
Oh, the Vikings said no this time.
I will show them. I am Apollyon.
Oh,
I bring war.
the mastermind. Wow, look at that armor. Normally with female characters, they kind of make them very sort of sexy looking, don't they? I'm glad they didn't. She looked wicked.
What do you know about honor?
Very commercial like these ones, aren't they? With the
Who has
voiceover.
never faced true fear. Learn what honor is before pretending you are a warrior.
I'm loving this shaky camera, a bit of uneasiness with it.
Before you step onto that thin red path.
These are
no
banging.
Step is allowed. Path that only ends when your
Oh,
legs
dude, look at that.
fail to support you.
Depth of field, layers,
When
texture.
Your heart stops beating. The path where sadness goes along with pain.
That camera shake
And where
is so
glory
good.
is the color of blood. This narrow path goes only one way. A way covered with enemies and brothers.
The concept of this is very good. I'm really liking this.
Without any shame.
This culture
Into
clash.
the hands of death. For the name you were given. And for your descendants. For honor.
Wow, what a build up that was.
When three armies collide.
There's some money been spent on these.
Battlefields where champions clash and heroes rise, where there is no mercy, no quarter, no escape.
The voiceovers cheap, making that seem a little bit cheaper, dampening the value of it. The others
Who
didn't.
will reign when the earth trembles and oaths crumble?
Sometimes you find that with voice actors, they can,
Armor breaks.
if you don't get it right. There's hardly any camera movement with this one either.
When
Very subtle.
castles are stormed and territory is stolen. When the enemy is at your gates and all that's left is steel. For honor, who will reign supreme?
Yeah, they were absolutely banging. I had a few moments there where my eyes watered up, a few in multiple occasions because they were that damn good. I think the last one, I'd probably just wipe it from the slate. And that was a voiceover issue. You find that with actors sometimes, especially VO artists. It just don't work. When it comes to more commercial stuff, I deal with that quite a bit. But the first one, good gosh, that was amazing. The second one was, oh my days, I love it. It was just so good. It was just, well, it was a proper story one, wasn't it? I think that was actually called the story cinematic. The third one, again, it had more of a build up, but the first two, oh, which one do I want to break down? I liked all of them. I think I know which one I'm going to break down, and the reason being is because, as I said, if I'd have seen that as a younger gamer when this first came out, when I was into my core gaming, I'd have shit my pants with excitement. You know what I mean? Alright, so it's probably going to be no surprise. The one that I'm going to be breaking down, the one that made me get really excited, is the For Honor, the world premiere trailer. That one blew my mind. It was the way the cinematography was, as in the lighting, the actual direction, the camera, the way it felt, yeah, that kinetic editing. And also it's got to be down to that one taker. The way it looked, everything about it, and those match cuts. It just, for me, it was the perfect cinematic. And also, if this was something that you were going to pitch as a movie and say, hey, but you know, studio, this is what I want. Mr. Hollywood Studio, this is a treatment and this is my idea. I want all these factions to duke it out. Obviously, regardless of the story, this would sell it. And it did to me. This is the one that's made me really want to play the game, or at least try it out. Logo comes in, that's who's making it, that's who's paying for it. What I loved about it, when it comes to branding, they kept with the branding. They had that scream from the Viking. Beautiful. Okay, excuse me. Straight away, most of the time when it comes to these films and sort of things like that, when you're telling your story, you're inviting your audience to the world that you're inviting them to. Most of the time, you will be taught or told to start with an establishing shot. The point of establishing shot is it invites you into the world. You are seen where you are, okay? However, you can change it up. Like this, for example. They started this bad boy up from a cut to black. Was it cut to black? Let's have a look. No, it wasn't. Just straight in, close up of it, boom. And it tells us, this shows us blood, yeah? What I love about this is the texture. Straight away, look. You got your close up here, yeah? Layers, foreground. Basically your midground, and then you've got your background. Look at these little dust particles coming that you can see in the light. Gives you texture. Hand comes in. Music's not there, it's Foley, yeah? Listen. You've got that diegetic sound, the sound of the world. And then it pulls focus to the bloody helmet. Immediately understood where I was. Normally, you would then show your establishing shot. In this case, they go the Ubisoft Presents. And then we're keeping it nice and tight. That is the one thing that I found really interesting about this cinematic. Look how tight we are. You've got little basic camera zoom outs as well. Normally with stuff like this, I don't like it this close. This cinematic was really close at sometimes, if not all of it was too close. However, it worked in this trailer's favour because it felt like I was one of them. Do you know what I mean? I felt like it was just fucking intense. Oh, see that? Look at their eyes. They want you to look. The catchment in their eyes. Yeah? Little bits like that, little devil in the details like that will enhance your viewer's experience and make you look there. See the way the camera, it works because, and I've said this multiple times in other breakdowns, it works because the camera feels like a camera. Backlighting here, all these long, drawn out shadows. Look at the texture, all the haze in here. Haze is saving this shot, is making it more epic. Is there actually any sound? No music, sorry. It's just all diegetic, it's all the sounds of the world. I'm like, what the hell was that? The camera's shaking. What does that tell me? It tells me something uneasy is about to happen. Through the gap. Oh, we see who's coming through. But that's not the same, is it? Oh, it was. It was straight into the Vikings. Look at this. Look how close we are to the talent. It tells us we can hear it. Yeah, this is telling us everything we need to know. Look at the framing. And that's what I love about this. I think this is one of my favourite things about this cinematic is how, yes, it was close, but it was always close to the heads and parts of the body that is doing the most damage. Let me go back 10 and go into it. You're immediately drawn in. Look at all this foreground, midground, background. Yeah, we've got layers in there. They're filling the frame. Look at the composition. He's on the left third. Yeah, he's not dead center. Could have worked center, but they did him left so you could see all this shit going on. So you can see all this carnage that's going on back here. Oh yeah, what is that? Falling from the sky. Yeah, look, boom. You can see it all. Oh, I see. That's why. They were like, it was him. It was to set you up for this character. Over here. Boom. See that little sneaky transition they did there? Watch. He falls. This is going to be quite a difficult one to break down because it's mainly action, but at least I can guide you on how to tell a good story when it comes to your action scenes if you're making something, drawing, illustrating, whatever it may be. Okay, so we're keeping with the talent. Yep, camera's shaky, but it's not crazy shaky. Yeah, we can still see what's going on. We're still running with him, still stabilised. Something goes on. We lose this character. We go into the next character rolling over. And look, it fills the shot with smoke, okay? It's a beautiful, it's almost like a seamless, hidden transition. Straight into our samurai. But look at what they're doing with the kinetic editing, yeah? The kinetic body language. Watch, camera is tracking forward. Falls over. We see that character come in following the body status of the Viking. Then the threat that we saw coming towards the Viking is now swapped out with this knight. And we follow a new story. How the fuck am I meant to... How am I meant to keep up with this shit? This is crazy. Let's go back. So what they're doing here is the camera movement. Normally to get a shot like this, it would be on a robotic arm. That is how you would do it. Or how you would do it otherwise is you would film it and then you'd have like a CGI double. But normally if you want to keep with your subject, you would have to do it on a robotic arm. It's too specific. This movement, look. These speed ramps. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, that's so when you see commercials that have a mobile phone and it's fucking warping around, or it's a packet of crisps or something, or potato chips doing something crazy, you tend to find when it comes to products, it's a robotic arm. With talent like this, when you see it, it normally goes to CGI. They did something like this in The Witcher Season 1. I haven't actually seen how I haven't actually watched a proper breakdown of that, but I imagine parts of that would have been sort of, oh, my voice went funny. I'd imagine parts of that would have been the cameras coming in, but you would get CGI parts to interconnect this footage, if that makes sense. Let's go back and watch it. But they left that pause, that frame there of him standing still, so we could make the adjustment that we were on a samurai now. Boom. They're also using a colour palette. Here we go. Here's our first match cut. But they're making it like a one take. Yeah? See, look, we've got our characters here. Same position. Granted, they're on the next frame over. So by having the next frame over, what that you're allowing for is the eye to transition along, okay? So it's smooth. It's not like a bang cut straight away. Look, he's pulling his sword out. He's going into the next one, and he's also going up. Yeah? Boom. So we're having little bits of wide, and I always talk about martial arts, okay? It's important that you show wides. That's about as wide as they go here, and it's enough. I think that's why I like this one. I think that's why it works, because when it comes to these fight choreography, sometimes it's too close. Hollywood is too close. I want to be able to see a swinging arm. I want to be able to see a kick of a leg or a sword coming down. I don't want to just see such a close-up of a fucking looks like an arm. That's no good to anyone. I grew up on Hong Kong style choreography. It's meant to be a dance, and that is how you do it. This is very close, almost on the teetering on the borderline, on the threshold of it being too much, but by having these wides, it works. See, look, it works because we're showing impact. Boom. Back out. In the camera comes again. What I love about it is it's the thread of storytelling, yeah? We're watching character to character. He bashed him. Let's go back 5, watch it. So he looks over. Oh, we were out. Yeah, we've got like this robotic look. It's fine because it's a game. It works. Showing us our establishing shot. Yeah, we're seeing. I think is this our first proper wide of the actual of the battlegrounds, but it's enough for us to not need an established shot. We just know it's all hell breaking loose. Probably because they keep cutting from scene to scene, different location to location. Why they never gave us an establishing shot. Back in. Yes, mate. Yeah, they're leaving it on the frame. Move in, swing. Here's another match cut. Yeah, watch the match cut. Here we go. Following. Interesting enough, if you notice here, they froze him instead. He's doing the same position. Rather than doing a next frame along, so the next part of the move arm in, what they've done is they've frozen it and they've zoomed the camera out. See that little frame there, zooming out? By having it zoom out, that tells us, the audience, it gives you a natural flow of the choreography. Watch. You won't even be able to see it. It's almost invisible. Here it comes. See? Actually, you can see it. Now I've pointed it out, you can see it. See? Zooming in on the elements. Normally, when it comes to cinema, You normally shoot them on a prime lens, normally, which means it's a set focal length. Unlike a telephoto lens like this, for example, this is a 17 to 40mm that I'm using here. What happens is you very rarely get these zoom cuts or zoom shots. It works for Edgar Wright's work, like Hot Fuzz and things like that, because it's a stylized look. But what happens is you can make your footage look very video-like. We lose the sword. Look, the sword's down there, and then you see it. They want to show you the cut down to his feet. It's really interesting the way they've done it. They obviously clearly got expert help with this. Boom, to his feet. They want to show you the danger, how close he is. Zooming in on a telephoto lens, what that happens is it compresses the background. So this background is compressed. So it makes the motion of whatever you're watching look like something epic, more epic is happening. So if you would have shot that swipe down on a wide angle lens, for example, like this, it wouldn't have looked as great. However, if you're on a wide angle lens and you start bringing your elements up closer like this, it looks more dramatic. What they've done, they've kept it further back, they've cranked it in the zoom, and it makes it look like, oh shit, he's going to fall off. Watch. Whoa, oh, whoa, back out again. See? See what they're doing? It works, doesn't it? By having those zoom ins and telephoto lens, it makes it look more epic. If you want your stuff to look more epic, your fight scenes, do it on a telephoto lens. I didn't like this. I called this out in the thing. I thought this looked a bit weak. Almost looked like it needed a camera shake. Oh, that blood looked a bit crap, didn't it? Oh yeah, look at that, look. Looks a bit naff, that does. Almost looks... It's too sharp. Why is there no motion blur on it? Probably because they don't want you to... They want you to be able to see it, look. Interesting, isn't it? It's not when you start looking at your stuff frame by frame that you can see the errors or the faults in it. Boom, watch this kick. The camera should have gone with it. Camera should have gone, boom, kick him out, zoom out again. Slowly zoom out, taking this character's moment to breathe. This is important when you have battle scenes, or when you watch battle scenes, they have these pauses. They think of them as palette cleansers, like, Christ, that was epic, yeah? And we're back on again. Brilliant though, isn't it? Look at the colour palettes here. They're using the colour here to help guide you, help tell you who's who. All this texture, all the haze, filling our shots, our foreground, midground, background. Look at this, dirty framing. The camera is following, what I love about it, you can never do this with like a one taker, not to this standard. This is why it works so well as a computer CGI, is you would never be able to do it. Otherwise your follow focus, your focus puller would be like having a fucking field day, but whoa, 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 struggling. But I love it, it's the kinetic visual language of the camera, yeah, the thread of storytelling. Watch his head. What? The camera is almost like glue to him. What I found really interesting about this is for a cinematic that normally when it comes to these cinematics, you'll find that I mentioned this, I do mention this a little bit later, I think, in the basically I've covered all the hero trailers as well, and how they lift the production levels on that is they add the widescreen bars in, so the black bars here, to make it look more movie-esque like, because they don't have these beautiful visuals. When you get a full frame, which is this is full frame, yeah, it's not cinematic black bars. My God, if this had cinema black bars on it, it would look even more like a movie. This is one of the best examples I've ever seen of it having a full frame production, yeah, but looks like a movie, because it's got a film grade on it, as in the colour. It's got film texture in it. Looks like it's done, apart from these silly zooms that they keep doing, which is fine for this, but you wouldn't get that. It's the only thing that makes it a bit more video-y, but it feels like a movie. They fucking nailed it. But it's the first one, right? Okay, here we go. Do you know what this one's called, guys? Do you remember? We had one earlier on. Yeah? It's called a match cut. Stairs with the stairs, even though it's a different location. What you're looking at is the stairs. They want you to look at the stairs because you're looking at all these pockets of bright light here. You're like, oh, you're looking at all these men coming down. You're not up here. You're down here where these are, because these are the brightest, whitest spots on the screen. So when they do the match cut, your eye goes, oh, that was cool. It's a nice little touch. Go back 5. Look at this lighting. Yeah. low angle. We've got in dusk. Even if this was like middle of the, you can tell it's not middle of the day. You wouldn't get shadow like this. This is why when you get drone operators or you get wides or when you film, you want to shoot stuff like this at dawn and dusk. Yeah, it's why you only get so many hours to film it before you go into blue hour. But it always looks the best. If they green screen it, that's why they always make it look like this, because it's the softest for lighting. So when you look at the shadows, you've got loads of it, but it's softer lighting. And also, it gives you texture. It just looks more beautiful, doesn't it? Here's another one. Where are we looking? Where was you looking? I bet I know where you were looking. You're following the trajectory of these arrows. You're watching these boys get shot, weren't you? Yeah, because the arrows are the lightest spots here. Look, they've lit it here. You're seeing them here. Your eyes are here. So when you get to your match cut, it works, doesn't it? Yeah, you got a little bit of it here, but you will not looking here. You're looking here where the action is. They are guiding you using light where to look on screen. It's what we do. Beautiful. I love that. I love the fact that the camera sort of goes into a... Well, it's interesting. Considering it's CGI, they have full control of all the cinematic. And yet they still make the camera do like a little speed wobble. Why not smoothing it out? They've got a natural shake to it. Watch. Why not smoothing it out a little bit? Don't you think it would look better? I do. Then go into your shake. Here we go. What's this again, guys? A match cut. Yeah, look. Beautiful. Now you understand how this works. But watch. He match cuts. Interesting enough, they don't go a frame forward. They did before. I think it's because they want you to really see that it is a match cut. If it was a frame forward, technically, it kind of is a match cut, but it's not perfect. Like the other one that we had, it worked. But this one, they kept with it, that it's a proper match cut. Here we go. This is wild. This is when it got a little bit too crazy for me. However, it worked because it's close quarters, as in, I know they're trying to emphasise the claustrophobicness of that tight alley with these big clashing weapons. So the camera's going crazy, but it's not handheld shaky. It's got a robotic feel to it. But this is, to me, this is Jason Bourne, the Bourne Ultimatum bollocks. I don't necessarily like this stuff, but it kind of works here because we've had a few wides earlier on, so I'm allowing it. Does that make sense? So it's okay. Mix it up. It's a bit like when you shoot normal camera speeds, 24 frames, 25 frames, 30 frames, whatever you're doing. Then you shoot in slow motion or higher, even higher frame rates. Or undercrank your camera, have a really trippy effect at 8 frames or 12 frames. You're sprinkling that specialness in there, yeah? Woo. Music kicking in. Boom. Oh, you feel the impact. Love it. So when you get, because it's all crazy, the close-ups are all mental, what they do, so when you get your killing, they let you breathe. Woo. What do you think they did in there, in that frame there, to make that look more epic? To make that impact look more impactful? Watch. What do you think they did? I'll give you a clue. It's something to do with how the camera is moving. Watch. Camera goes in. Yeah? Oh, look, I just gave it away. It zooms in. Zoop. They zoom it in. By zooming it in, it makes it look more impactful. Yeah? Sometimes what you do with punches and kicks in martial arts film, they actually take a frame out. So it'll go from here to their impact. And that's how you get that really strong, powerful look. But they zoomed in. And the camera still went forward. Or did it freeze? Oh, it froze. And then back. It's like it was stuck to the sword like glue. And now that is how you fucking do it. And that's how you make this look epic. Gorgeous. I love it. I'm going to go back 10 bollocks to it. I love it. Alright. Look at the colour palette. Lighting, long shadows. Overhead lighting now. Boom. Zoom in. Zoom out. Oh, and see where he fell to his knees? The camera replicated his knee movement. And they were out. Wasn't a match cut, kind of a match cut. It kept with the, basically all this is kinetic editing. Because as he comes in, and she runs, it's not a perfect match, okay? So that's, you technically would class it as a match cut, but it's not, because obviously, look, it's different. So this is a kinetic cut. So the camera's going forward with them. They're going with them, but the arm positions are the same. Have a look. Yeah, they are. The arm. Oh no, the arm positions are wrong. So this arm, how I would do it is you would animate the arm. So the next Viking's arm would also be going that way, but it's not. It's going the other way. It's going in reverse. That's why it's not as smooth looking. It's interesting though, isn't it? It really keeps you in the action. Now I've seen those zooms, also I can see now. Watch the zooms again. Zoom out. Here we go. Zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom in. See that? You can see them now, can't you? And that's how you make it. They're making this, your CGI, your gaming fight choreography, look more epic by using zoom-ins. Look, you can see it there. Look, you see the way the background compresses? That's how you know. Look at the clouds. So you can see this going, but watch the clouds get compressed because they're changing the telephoto length. So that might have been, what do you reckon that was? Maybe a 40mm? Maybe? Focal length? We're up into about 100 or 80 there. Whoop, back out to 30, 40, maybe 50. Back into at 80. That's why when you're on a telephoto lens and you start getting swoopy orbiting strafes like this, so you're going, means you're tracking round your subject. That's why the background moves like a bastard. Look, looks more epic. Look, you see the massive zoom there as it goes across his thigh. Let's see it zooming in. Right through the legs. And because they've zoomed in and you've got other elements going past the foreground, like here, and in the background as well, that's how you make something look really epic when you're doing an orbiting strafe. Beautiful. Made it. But very quickly, how they make you feel what the character is feeling is by bringing it in here. It's interesting because we've not ever seen a face, I don't think, have we? Except the Viking. But by bringing it in here, we can see how they're feeling because the eye tells you everything you need to know. This is stunning. The shallow depth of field, yeah? So the f-stop, the t-stop that they're using, what is this, like f2.8, 1.8? Really sharp. Well, it's not really sharp because it's moving. An out of focus blur. Looks very cinema. As I said, imagine what it looked like with the black bars on. Woo. Match cut. See this background swirling like a bastard because they're on a telephoto lens, yeah? That's how you get that Michael Bay, Tony Scott look. That's how you do it. It's beautiful. It's my favourite. Actually, you wouldn't surprise me if something like this would probably be, you'd think this would be done by like Michael Bay, except there's no explosions in it, not like how he does it. Look at the lighting, look. Again, that sun-kissed look. However, when we were on the Knights and the Shinobi looking character, the samurai, they use a different light. Even though it's moonlight, the way they've replicated how the dusk looks on it, okay? Long shadows, yeah? Blue colour palettes. Almost matches. Look at it, you can see everything looks silhouetted, long shadows, and that's how they've done it. Oh, there we are, there's our fireball. Wow, that was a full 360, wasn't it? Starts there, zooms in, we're going round our subject, following up, he went also up, we're getting that kinetic energy, they're feeling it, he's also feeling it, going out, so we're back where we started now, we're at the background, and then we've given him power, yeah? Look at this, the backlighting, even though we're looking at this. By the way, this camera movement looks way more epic because of this fireball. It's going in the same, it's basically how it works. It's a bit like when you get those car commercials or anything, and you see the car like fucking hauling ass coming towards you. If you go in the same, you normally go the opposite direction to give it power. What they're doing is they're running parallel lines, and if you go the other way with it, it makes the middle subject look more epic. So as we get a car going one way, and then the car or a camera goes the other way, it looks faster, yeah? If a car's going one direction and then the camera goes in the same direction, but something in the middle, like lampposts or other cars, they look more epic, don't they? Because you're using your parallel lines. There's two camera trick movements there to make something look more faster but even though they're both going in opposite directions. Hopefully that made sense. That's why it looks more epic. Again, it's just the camera movement of it all, and just this is why I love it. And the cinematic lighting. This is one of the best cinematics I've seen gaming-wise in ages, and I've seen some stonkers. But what I mean by that is the compliment that they didn't have the widescreen bars here and here, yet it still looked and felt like a movie. Brilliant. Round of applause on that. Round of applause. Bravo. Imagine what this is like on anamorphic lenses as well. Oh my god. Whoop, off you come. That's what I mean, because they keep coming out. In, out, down. I narrow out again, because I can see it, I like it. It's a, God, why you bonked him on the head? Have it, you bastard. Donk. It's amazing. It works. It's a really interesting choreography style, but I like it. It's almost got, oh my god, it's almost got a Hong Kong style in there, hybrid mixed with the Bourne style. Yeah, the Hollywood style. Keeping it contemporary. I love it, and considering it's, what, 8 years old. Yeah, they had some, this is gold, it really is. Again, looking at the zooming out, we're seeing it now, they're just replicating it from scene to scene, but keeping the camera moving is keeping you interested, getting you from A to B. That's why this 2 minutes and 40 seconds feels really quick, like a minute. It's the only time it felt like a video game, this shot here. Why? Because it was the most plainest looking shot there was. What they should have done is whacked it out, popped it in, come out, and then have some sort of smoke or something, or like sparks or something here, like a little fire flicking up. By having that in the foreground, it would have given us a foreground, mayground, background. Instead, we've just got our mayground and our background, and that's why it looked like a video game to me. Well, that should be, if that was billowing across here, it would look more like a film. Beautiful composition. Remember, every shot is 1,000 words. Like here, they're using it now, they're bringing it in now. Oh, look, see? There we are. They've got it here. Look. Look at this smoke here. Not there, really. Zoom in. Doesn't look as good. Looks all right here, yeah? Watch this one. See it all coming across here? How much more epic it looks. Look how much epic it looks. I gave you the answer. It looks more epic because we've got 3 layers. 1, 2, 3. Technically 4. But by having these two combined, it looks more epic than the Vikings, isn't it? See? Nice little match cut. It's a match cut, even though it's still moving. You can do that. It's absolutely fine. Are they the same like warrior class as well when they're doing it? It looks like it, yeah. It's nice though, isn't it? That's what I mean. What I found with the Viking stuff is it's always very clear blue. That's why in the hero trailers it doesn't look as nice compared to when you look at these, where you got all this, even though it's overcast, very like UK, they have like smoke and debris and all shit like that floating in the air. And that's how you get all your texture and all your elements. And that's why it looks better. Look at that, see? It's that smoke at the bottom. Camera goes up with them, pedestals up. Into it, boom. I think you should have gone into his back. Into the armour. Like proper into his armour, as if it was like For Honor was on the armour. Rather than this forward kinetic cut that they did. So I mean, it looked a bit random. It didn't look as clean as some of the other stuff, and you'll now know why. Is because it doesn't flow as perfect. See, if they'd have gone into him, as in the camera into his body, why not? You can't really do that in real life because it would have just cut to black. But they could have kept the print of his armor into it. So when you come up with this, it'll look better for our logo. Our logo. Go behind the scenes. Yeah, loved it. I thought that was really good. As I said, I'm going to... Oh, I don't know. Do I use that to show people how to do fight choreography or how to use camera to manipulate people? Yeah, I think that'd be really good. So sometimes I do teaching college classes in university. And this is a great... Games are fantastic. Games and anime are amazing source material to make you a better writer and a better creator. Because they're able to do things that you can't do in real life. is when you find like movies that try to adapt information like for like, it never quite works out, but yet you make your own hybrid inspired by, and then it works because you're trying to create something that can't be done, but then you do a spin on something that can be done, and then you end up making something really cool and something really unique. So if you're interested in writing, you're in the right place for gaming, and anime is also another thing. And obviously you've got your movies and whatnot, but as Hollywood gets more into CGI and things like that, it's very difficult. You do lose that human connection, which is the main thing, is what sells it for this. And but the hero, the unsung hero of this whole cinematic is the camera and those cheeky zooms. And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Bit of a fast one. I'm trying to speed these up now because even though it's half hour long, I try to speed them up because sometimes I can go on a little bit too much. I get that because I get excited and I'd love to. I could talk to you for this for hours, but I know you guys are like just here for the tidbits of information and you want to understand why it works, and that's why that worked. So thank you very much again, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later. Bye bye.
Out of time!